This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only. Anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Double check you're still subscribed to the channel. Double check your notifications are on. And if you hit that like button, double check that it is working properly. These criminals are doing everything in their power to make sure more people are not aware of all the fraud and corruption in the market. We need more of our politicians to be aware that we are aware of all the fraud and corruption, and we are sick and tired of it. So make sure your local, your state, and your federal politicians know what's going on in the market. Anyway, listen, these bad actors are pushing down GME. They're doubling down on the naked shorting, and the SEC knows, the DOJ knows, the FBI knows. I know you guys know that today, after hours, we're going to get the earnings report. And if we've learned anything about earnings reports, especially when it comes to AMC and GME, earnings report means absolutely nothing. The criminals will just double and triple down on the criminality. And the reason they can do that is because the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI practices willful blindness to the fraud and corruption. I mean, that's really the bottom line. They practice willful blindness, and we all know why. Because the majority of the victims of these crimes are retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. And we usually don't donate millions of dollars to politicians to get them to look the other way. Okay? I mean, that's really the bottom line. You have institutions buying up GME. You have retail investors buying up GME. Every day you have more buys than sells, but somehow the price goes down. I mean, this is pure manipulation, and everybody knows it. They just don't do anything about it. Okay? The reported volume, 5,651,726. Those numbers mean absolutely nothing when you could create as many counterfeit shares of you as you want every single day. They're still claiming 26.78% is DRS. You guys know it could be 150% DRS, and they would still have counterfeit short positions, and the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI would still stay quiet. Okay? 50.4% of that volume was shorted shares. 50.4%. Okay? I mean, that's absolutely crazy. You don't see numbers like that. I mean, this is pure manipulation. First of all, there are no shares for them to short. No real shares anyway. But somehow, every day, half of the volume is shorted shares. And then more than half of the volume is sent into the dog pool. And you know what's being sent into the dog pool? The buy orders. The buy orders are being sent to the dog pool. And if it's more than 50% going into the dog pool, that tells me that there are more buys than sells, because they're not putting sell orders in the dog pool. They put sell orders on a lit exchange in order to push the price down. And when there's not enough real sell orders, they create sell orders. Okay? They create sell orders. Don't let them fool you. Whenever the dog pool volume is over 50%, that is a 100% sign that there were more buys than sells that day. Okay? No doubt in my mind about that. Anyway, they found 2,800,000 GME shares to short into the market and manipulate the price, yet the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI refuses to ask these criminals, where did they get those shares from? I mean, it's absolutely crazy. The level of fraud and corruption is out of this world. I don't understand how the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI can look at themselves in the mirror and say that they protect the market, that they protect retail investors. They protect the criminals when the victims are the 99% and the perpetrators are the 1%. I mean, that's what I've learned over the last 5 years. Okay? Days to cover went up to 9.03 days, which means that they didn't have an opportunity to send enough FTDs overseas to keep the days to cover down. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think we can have real buying pressure if all the buy orders are sent to the dog pools and half of the volume is counterfeit shorted shares? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.